Congress set some modern records for inability to pass legislation. Your party, in control of the House, has even struggled to maintain the leadership with 2 challenges to the Speaker, one successfully removing them. What do you say to those who claim your party is not showing the country that they can effectively govern when in the leadership?
Yeah. Well, what I will say is I don't like the chaos and dysfunction even within my own party, and I've stood against that. I've been outspoken about I don't think we should be governing that way. I think we should be focused on the issues that are affecting the American people, and that's what I've still tried to move forward even amidst some of those, shall we call them, family fights.
Most economists agree what brought on this inflationary issue was global issues, supply chain issues and the like. The inflation rate here in the United States has fallen faster than it has in other countries. What more do you think the administration could have done to bring it down faster?
Well, across the board, when I talk to people, they don't feel that relief. Food prices are still significantly higher, and the way inflation works is it's not like it's just dropping back to the prices it was in 2020. Inflation is compounding, and that is a very real pain and a very real tax on American families. Things are tough right now. I think that when you look at this administration and their energy policies over the last couple of years, they've been really anti-domestic energy production.
But we're producing more oil than ever before, more energy than ever before.
Well, and it's not just oil. You're speaking like it's siloed. It's not. Energy is across the board, all of the above and all of the below. And this administration has cut off things like liquid natural gas and the exports of that to places like Europe, which are relying upon places like Russia for energy.
I believe in 2021 you were part of a bill, co-sponsored a bill that would have created a federal ban on abortion. What role does the federal government play, even though it is largely back in the hands of the states?
Yeah. Well, I am pro-life, and my position on that has not changed. What I think is important in this conversation is that we focus on policies that are helping to protect the whole spectrum of life, and that's what you've seen out of my body of work in Congress. I think being pro-life also means supporting maternal health care. I've secured a number of investments through my role on the Appropriations Committee in maternal health research, prevention efforts, as well as investing in maternal health care centers here in Iowa.
But does that also mean enacting some type of federal law putting restrictions on abortion?
Look, the United States is one of only 7 countries that does not have any limit on abortion, other than some late-term abortion protections. Many countries have 20-week bans and 15-week bans. That's what I had signed on to support, was a 15-week ban. My goal, again, is to work on policy that's going to save as many lives as possible, and that's what I see the federal government's role as.
We saw pretty strong bipartisan support for arguably one of the most conservative immigration bills to come through Congress in the past year, only to see it fail after former President Trump spoke out against it. Was he right to speak out against it, and would you support that bill if it came up again?
Yeah. That bill had a lot of flaws, unfortunately. If there's one thing that I continue to hear, it's that people are very frustrated with what's happening at the southern border, and they want to see a stop to it.
But there were a lot of conservative asks in that bill. This was not a Democrat bill. There were Democrats and Republicans who weren't happy about it, as you said, because there were some things that each side didn't like. Isn't that the way that this should work, something over nothing, in terms of making any kind of progress on this issue?
But if the nothing is so bad, then that's the problem, right? You have to have a sniff test that's going to pass the trust of the American people. And if the American people are saying we're tired of illegal immigration, why would you continue to incentivize it?